What's up, guys? Welcome to an edition of Market Marauders, beating the market one trade at a time. First things first, smash the subscribe button down below, like, comment, share. If you guys are new to Market Marauders, it's an investment channel. Basically, helps you find the best deals in the market. Um, Also, down below, I've started a Patreon page, so make sure you sign up for that. Just basically, talking about different stocks, trying to build an investment community of, retail traders, professional traders, just everyone combined together to talk about stocks throughout the week instead of just watching these videos. So try to be more engaged with my audience in the Patreon page. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you sign up in that link down below. Um, Glad to have you. All types of trading, whatever experience you have. Also, down in the description, there's some books that I suggest that every trader read, whatever level you are. Because I think reading is very important as far as trading is concerned. Lots of reading goes on with trading, so just click those links down below, and you know, maybe you'll find some inspiration in those books. I hope you do. I've read, a lot of them, so, you know, check that out. So today I'm coming to you to give a kind of a special video. Um, these are going to be the top cannabis stocks out there on the market. Now I know, when different places made cannabis legal, it kind of was like, what's the best stock to pick, or I want to get involved, how do I invest, where do I put my money in. So this is just kind of like, the market, I wouldn't say is saturated, but there are a lot of companies out there, and a lot of different types of companies, so it's not all just about, growing the plant. There are a lot of different companies, which I'm going to show you that, are different spectrums of cannabis. So jumping into, I guess the first one is ticker sign IIPR, which is Innovative Industrial Properties. Their moving average 50 is $80.82. Moving average 200 is $85.77. And they ended the week at $73.44. Now, based on whenever you watch this video, this price is definitely going to be different. This was made on the day before. Monday, so the market is closed, but on Monday, it's definitely going to be open. So just bear that in mind when you watch this. Now, going to some background information. I like to give background information if you're new to the channel. It's the first video you see. I like to give background information on all the stocks because I think, just looking at charts and saying, okay, it broke, it dropped down here and it's going to bounce back up. I'm going to buy. I'm going to, try to buy right here. I mean, following patterns to me is not actual investing. I think actual investing is, going into the background of the company and seeing what they do to actually figure out if it's a good investment for you. And since all these companies are publicly traded, you can go and do that. So jumping into innovative properties, this is just a synopsis of what they do. Says as of December 31st, 2019, 33 states they're in, plus District of Columbia, have adopted medical use of cannabis programs. And according to 2019 poll conducted by Quinnipiac University, 93% of those surveyed support adults being able to use medical cannabis if recommended by a doctor. So, it's a growing industry, which is basically what they're saying. But this company basically leases out properties to growers. So, it's a REIT, which is, if you guys are new to REITs, it's a um, real estate income trust. So it's basically this company buys the property and leases it to people who grow cannabis. So that's the only type of property that they own is properties that grow cannabis. So it's kind of an interesting way to get into the cannabis industry, but it definitely is in the cannabis industry. So it says as of April 2nd, 2020, we own 54 properties that were 99.1% leased based on square footage. The state licensed medical use cannabis operators. That was a weird way to say that. And comprising of aggregate of approximately 4.0 million rentable square feet. So they are in Arizona, California, Florida, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Nevada, New York, North Dakota, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. So, they basically have property in just about every state that's legal to have cannabis, and it's a very interesting way to get involved into the cannabis industry. I think it's pretty cool what they do, and it's definitely like one of those outside of the box, companies. And one, extremely good benefit that I think from this company is that they do offer a dividend. So, owning this stock, you will get paid every month to own this stock. So every month, per share you own, you will get a dividend because it is a REIT. So that's money that's going to you to own it. So you're actually getting paid from the company to own this stock as well as being involved in the cannabis industry. And, a lot of companies can't really say that. You can't really say, you're invested into a cannabis company and you're getting money paid back. So it's a unique way to begin to invest into the cannabis industry. Um, Going into another one, we're going to have ticker sign CURLF, which is CURLF Holdings. It's an OTC market. Its moving average 50 is $4.53. Moving average 200 is $6, and they ended the week at $3.90. So going into some background information on what they do, this was actually on their website. This is just one of their presentations. So if you go on their website, you Google CureLeaf, you'll find this exact presentation. But this is their annual general meeting from November 2019. So it basically, goes through their growth. I'm not going to go into depth into all of these, but it basically explains some of the stuff. I'm just going to get into some of the highlights. In California, they have 3 dispensary licenses. Um, in Oregon, they're in Nevada. They have 3 dispensary licenses. Arizona, they got 8 dispensary licenses. Um, in Ohio, they have 1 of 17 grow licenses, so that's pretty big. Since they're only 17, they got 1 of them. Um, In New York, they have 1 of 10 grow licenses. In Maryland, they have 4 dispensaries. Florida, uh, they're in the top 2 market share, 26 operational dispensaries. In New Jersey, they have 1 of 12 licenses. Connecticut, 1 of 4 producers. In Massachusetts, they have 1,000 plus square, well, 1,000, yeah, 100,000 square foot cultivation. In Maine, they have 2 of 8 licenses for the state of Maine. So, they're in a lot of different places, doing a lot of different things for valuation for you all who like the money side of it. The valuation of the company is 303 million. Consideration, it says 5.5 million. Subordinate voting shares, 40 million support voting shares, up to 200 million earn out payable. Um, then also for going down some more, this is just another breakdown of the chart that was up there. So they have the number 1 market share in Oregon, number 1 market share in Nevada, number 1 market share in California, number 1 market share in Arizona. Um, they got 7 dispensary licenses in uh, for their grassroots side in Oklahoma, 1 in Arkansas, 1 of 2 cultivation licenses in North Dakota, uh, 3 retail market share in Illinois. They're in Michigan, Ohio, and then some of the other states. Vermont is one that was added to this as well. So they're in a lot of different places, and I think it's because they're so big. It's definitely a good company to invest in. And this is their combined company and anticipated to have a strong presence in 19 states in 2020. So, with the share price of this being only $3.90 and then being so big and in so other different places, I think, it's a pretty good time to be invested in this because they can only grow from here since they're in so many states. Now, jumping into another one, we got ticker sign CRON for Kronos Group Incorporated. Moving average 50 is $6.02. Moving average 200 is $8.79. And they have ended the week at $5.99. So going into some more information. This is on their website as well. Kronos Group, they have a partnership with Altria. So this basically explains their new partnership with Altria and some of the things they're doing. So it says global contract framework network, scale manufacturing, automation, um, and yeah, they're basically uh, going through and explaining their partnership. Um, they're in the cannabis industry as well. So, look into those, look into this company. I think it's very interesting what they do. And, you know, I think at their price being $5.99, but their moving average 200 being $8.79. I think they definitely have potential to grow in the future. So going into the last one, we got ticker sign ACB, and this may be one of the most popular ones. This is the one I definitely heard of. The first when I was looking into actual cannabis stocks. Is Aurora Cannabis. Now the name is really big, but their share price is really low. So their moving average 50 is $1.10. Moving average 200 is $3.40. And they ended the week at 69 cents. So they're pretty low as far as share price. But going into that, we can see this is just on their website. We can see Aurora is one of the largest and fastest growing cannabis companies with its sales and operations in 25 countries across 5 continents. So that's pretty massive when you think about it. A lot larger than some of these other companies. It says Aurora is rapidly developing its assessment and capabilities in the emerging CBD-based wellness market with extensive hemp assets across Canada, Latin America, Europe, combined industry-leading product development team and deep brand building capabilities. The company is well positioned to pursue a leading role in rapidly developed segment. So this is their market segment. They have a video on here that you all can go watch. This is basically on their website. Just Google their website. And this talks about Aurora Sky facility represents superior standard cannabis facility design utilizing a high degree of automation and precise environment control reliability, ultra low cost cannabis. It's 800,000 square feet, so it is a really big facility, and they basically just grow it there. So you know, direct to consumer. They don't have to go through a middleman, which is pretty good as far as growing is concerned. And they put this stuff in their different CBD solutions, and they have an R&D lab, which a lot of places don't have an R&D lab. So just let you know that they're very serious about finding the best strains as well as finding the best product for the consumer themselves. So, it says they have acquisition of Canamed Med Relief and Anandia Labs. Aurora's R&D team is comprised of more than 40 PhD and MSc level researchers that continue to pursue clinical trials, develop marketable IP, and establish new drug delivery technologies and enhance cultivation efficiencies. So they have the product. They have an R&D section which is composed of a lot of different people. It says more than 40 PhD people. So it's not just regular people off the street. I think it's a misconception that a lot of people have about the whole cannabis industry is that people are like, oh, they're just ex-drug dealers that are out there just now they can sell it. They're just out there just making it, just growing it and selling it. I mean, there's a lot of science that goes into the whole cannabis industry, and it's very interesting to see you know the science that goes into that. So, I don't think people should have, kind of a narrow view when it comes to the whole cannabis industry and the whole CBD industry. There's a lot of research out there that's actually helping people's lives. There are a lot of videos out there, and whether you look at it as bad or you look at it as good, that's just up to you. Just my opinion is, I think there's a lot more good out there that's being done than there is bad for the whole. Um, as far as developing products for consumers is concerned. There's a lot of innovation, in my opinion, that's helped a lot of different lives and helped a lot of different people. So, these companies are just basically helping to get rid of the negative stigma around the whole cannabis industry. And it's just, if you're an investor, this is just a start of where to look. On my Patreon page, I'm going to have an article about, more companies out there to look for. So if you're interested in joining that, there's a link down below to join the Patreon page. And good luck to you all trading out there. Just something to consider. Out there when you're trying to invest, that there's different ways that you can get into the cannabis industry. And it's not too saturated of a market. There's still companies popping up all the time uh, that have the same mission, or if not better product out there. So good luck to you all trading out there. Hope you all have a good week. I'll see you guys next time.